The top stories: tremors shake Barbados. We hear from some of those who experienced them. Clico policyholders could receive funds by year end. And Bajan athletes make progress at the World Youth Track and Field Championships. Welcome to Nation News for Thursday, July the 16th, 2015. It's been an active seismic day off Barbados with at least 6 earthquakes to the northeast over a period of about 5.5 hours. The strongest, which was the third at 16 minutes past 11, had a magnitude of 6.4 and rattled many residents. It was centered 125 kilometers or 81 miles offshore. That quake sent people scampering out of homes and offices across the country, including Bridgetown, where blaring horns prompted many to head outdoors. The first quake had a magnitude of 5.7 and occurred just after 7 o'clock, and the last at 23 minutes past midday. Nation News have been hearing some reactions.
I felt a bit, like dizzy, so I just went and hold on to where the plantains and so on, and I just went and potatoes, and so I went and I thought, gee, I feel dizzy.
I felt nothing. I just saw, when I stopped, I went to get my hair done, and when I stopped, I saw all these people outside talking about this quake, this tremor.
No, I actually was driving, but I got text messages, and the persons I was visiting, they were outside the building because they evacuated.
I started to feel a little bit dizzy, my legs felt a little bit sort of shaky, and I think after it stopped, the feeling was still there. My head was still a little bit dizzy, legs are still thin, and then obviously everywhere was an office building, so office block.
Actually, I was sitting and watching television, and the chair just moved. The actual chair, the chair I was sitting on, moved. I wasn't quite sure what was going on, so I got a bit scared.
The acting director of the Department of Emergency Management, Kerry Hines, said residents should be aware that aftershocks, minor tremors, follow larger earthquakes.
It is important that you listen to the media and heed any information that may come to you. I would encourage you to please protect yourselves. We usually send out information as it relates to preparedness information, as it relates to what you should do once there is an earthquake, during an earthquake, and after an earthquake. Now, once you feel the shaking and you are inside, please do not run out of the building while they're shaking. Once the shaking has subsided, you can proceed outside. Do not use any elevators. Just proceed outside. And if you're going to go outside, you have to assemble in an area, in an open area, away from any power lines, any buildings, so that to basically reduce the possibility of you being hurt by any debris falling on you.
The Seismic Research Center at the University of the West Indies said the earthquakes was also felt in St. Vincent, Grenada, Dominica, Trinidad and Tobago, and Guyana. The center has recorded more than 20 earthquakes in the Caribbean this year, so they are relatively common, and some experts say that this area is due a big one. The region's Barbados-based point man on disaster emergency management has told the news conference that the Caribbean has to pay greater attention to earthquake preparedness.
What this event further underscores for us at the regional level, and what we've been communicating to our member states, is the importance of building national first responder capacity for dealing with seismic events. We find that far too much interest is placed in climate change. Not that we shouldn't have it, but we have to recognize that the earthquake threat is ever present.
After almost 4 years of numerous battles and uncertainty, policyholders of Clico and British American Insurance could receive payouts by the end of this year. This information was relayed on Wednesday night to the Barbados Investors and Policyholders Alliance by attorney Alia Shepherd, who said the right steps are being taken to bring a resolution to the Clico debacle. Mr. Shepherd was unable to give an estimate of the percentage of funds policyholders will receive if government successfully establishes a new insurance company out of Clico. However, he maintained it would be more than if the company was liquidated. The road at Chimborazo in St. Joseph became impassable after a tree fell at around 3 o'clock in the morning during high winds and rain. A light and power crew responded about an hour later to fix 2 leaning poles and damaged power lines. A crew from the Ministry of Transport and Works also worked to remove the tree. Motorists were advised to divert through Horse Hill, and the Transport Board provided a shuttle service for commuters. Investigations by police, fire and health officials into threatening messages and an unidentified white powder sent to the leadership of the NUPW have continued into a second day. A package containing the message and the powder sent panic on Wednesday evening through the union's headquarters, which was closed for the day. In addition to the threatening messages placed on pictures of union leaders Akani McDowell and Rosalind Smith, a derogatory comment was also made about opposition leader Mia Motley. Some of the people in the office are reported to have complained of itchy skin, watery eyes and sore throats in the immediate aftermath of the discovery, though there is no indication yet of any serious medical reaction. They were treated at the scene, and 3 union employees were also reported to have been hosed down and given protective suits to wear. This is how we flow. We're not talking about a crop over song, but the slogan of the new Flow Telecoms brand launched officially here by the merged Cable and Wireless and Columbus Communications. C&W's CEO Phil Bentley said Barbados will benefit from $320 million in new investment and a share of 500 jobs in the Caribbean. He says the investments will include an enhanced mobile network and the conversion of remaining copper infrastructure to fiber. Mr. Bentley said they chose Flow over Lime after analysing feedback from staff and customers.
We had 3 choices. We could have gone with Flow or Lime, one choice. We could have gone Flow and Lime and maybe kept Lime as the mobile and Flow as the TV, or we could have gone with a new brand. We took the view that spending a lot of money on a completely new brand was a waste of money when we could put money into our stores, into our training, into our development of our business. Having 2 brands doesn't make a lot of sense. You waste your advertising money, you have to spend it twice. And when it came to the choice between Lime and Flow, we asked our customers, we asked our employees, we looked at what the data said about customer service, and the reality is that whilst Lime has a heritage, Flow has more attributes around innovation, more attributes around value for money, more attributes about good service, and those are the attributes we want across the company.
In sport, at the World Youth Track and Field Championships in Cali, Colombia, Tristan Evelyn has advanced to the semi-finals of the girls' 100 meters. Evelyn won Heat 3 in an impressive 11.57 seconds. She was the 3rd fastest qualifier, while Trinidad and Tobago's Khalifa St. Fort produced the day's fastest time of 11.39 seconds. Other Barbadians in competition include Rivaldo Leacock, who is in the semi-finals of the boys' 400 meters hurdles. He will be running out of lane 4 in the first of 3 eliminators. And finally, a Spanish mayor has become the first in the country to issue a proclamation creating an official afternoon nap time for the entire city. The mayor of Ador in Valencia declared 2 to 5 p.m. as the official time for the city's residents to take their afternoon siestas. The mayor said the nap time was chosen due to the high afternoon heat, making 2 to 5 p.m. the ideal time to take a break from working in fields. There will be no penalties for violations, however. And that's Nation News for Thursday. For more, log on to nationnews.com, as well as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And remember, to pick up your Weekend Nation on Friday or subscribe to our e-paper.